Well, in South Florida, we've got such a transient community that a lot of times regionalisms can be very confusing. I know where I am from in southeastern Ohio. If you wanted a Coke or a Pepsi, you would say, hey, can I have a pop? P-O-P. And that was how we asked for it. And I remember when I first moved to New York City and asked for a pop, they're like, you want a what? Like, are you talking about your dad? I was like, no. I'm like, a Coke, a Pepsi, like that's a soda. Like a soda. And I thought like soda was soda water, like what grandmas drank.
Yeah, even in northern Florida, when I was playing ball up at Chipola Junior College, which is the borderline of Georgia, Alabama, they called it pop up there. Mm-hmm. And that's in Florida.
Yeah, and that's why South Florida is so different. In Florida itself is so different because the whole state is just different factions. We're about like 4 different states, kind of all really wrapped up into one. And South Florida really should be its own state from about, Port St. Lucie or at least Palm Beach down.
The Panhandle is kind of Alabama, too.
It is. No, it is straight up
Alabama needs, look, y'all can have it, Alabama. We need to give Alabama the Panhandle.
There is a part of Florida that's not Florida anymore. She's right.
Yeah, and we're in the different part. And we're in the part where you have more ethnicities, more regionalisms mixing up, I think, than really anywhere else. At least the people that I know more in Central or North Florida, they're the ones, they've been there forever, and their families have been there forever, and they're crackers through and through. Down in South Florida.
Down here, you got some diversity, some fun, some flavor.
European,
yes.
Latin America, all that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of like, where do we land on that? Because in South Florida, I realize pop doesn't win here. If you say pop in South Florida, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Soda wins because of the New York influence down here. So if you're asking for a Coke or a Pepsi, you go with soda. South Florida knows what you're talking about. This one, I don't know. So we need to settle this. We got this email said I was riding in my car with my wife yesterday, who's originally from New Mexico, but has lived in Hawaii, Texas, and Louisiana. She reaches over and she hits me and she says, slug bug, no slug backs. I look over and I say, WTF? You mean punch buggy, no punch back? She then looked at me and said, WTF. Then the great debate began. We both have never heard of each other saying, so can you settle what it is called and where? So if we're talking about South Florida, where do we land on that? Now, to me, I had always heard slug bug. I've never heard punch buggy.
I have never heard slug bug. I've always heard punch buggy, no punch backs.
It's punch back. No, it's no punch buggy, no punch backs. He's right.
Okay. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. For me, southeastern Ohio, that's slug bug. At least that's what I knew. I'd never heard of punch buggy, no punch back.
Slug bug.
Yeah, that's what we call it. You saw a Volkswagen, it was a slug bug.
Never.
Really? Okay. So I'll have Suits put up a poll and just ask, so what is the proper term for South Florida? What do a majority of people do? Because that's really about the only way we can handle this is with our chat room we can put up for people who are in South Florida. What term do we use? You know.
You ever use it? Struck truck? Ooh, I see a truck. You just got struck. You ever hear that one? Struck truck? Is this thing? Hello, guys?